Hey everyone, and welcome to the Tesla Daily Investor. Today it's Thursday, 10th of April 2025. It's around 1:30 here in London, and I'm going to do my first investment for today. So today what I've got planned is a couple of things. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be investing £550 into the stock market. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be investing it in my stocks and shares ISA account. The reason for this is that the new tax year has just started recently, and we get another £20,000 of a tax free allowance that we can contribute into. So any gains that we make within the ISA is going to be free from capital gains tax. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start shifting money from my general investment account into my stocks and shares ISA account and my self-invested personal pension account. So this is going to be kind of like a twofold thing today. The reason I'm shifting money from my general investment account to my self-invested personal pension account is, in my general investment account, any increase or any capital appreciation that I make is going to be subject to capital gains tax. So if I can start shifting money from my general investment account into my stocks and shares ISA account and into my self-invested personal pension account, I can legally avoid paying any tax in the future. So I'm not sure why I've made my general investment account into such a high amount. I should have started by investing more money into my stocks and shares ISA account and in my self-invested personal pension account. But what I did was I started investing in my general investment account, and that started to grow. So that's gonna cause me a problem in the future, which is why I'm trying to resolve this now. So there's two parts to what I'm gonna do. Every time I receive income from whatever, I'm gonna put it either in my stocks and shares ISA account or in my self-invested personal pension account. So once I've invested that money, I'm gonna start selling the equivalent amount from my general investment account and then put it back into my current account. So this way, I'm gonna be invested in the stock market. I'm gonna be buying exactly what I'm selling. I'm just buying in a different place now and selling in a different place to minimize my tax exposure. So today is going to be quite a complicated video, but I'm going to try and do it step by step to show you exactly what I'm doing, and hopefully you can get value from this video. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my stocks and shares ISA account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and top up £550 into my ISA account. So 550. So I'm going to continue to my bank account. Okay, so it's just going to generate the payment summary. So it's going to Free Trade Limited, £550, and today's date is the 10th of April 2025. I'm going to continue. And then go back to free trade. So that's done. So I've made my first contribution for the 2025-2026 tax year. So I've contributed, as you can see, £550. As you can see on the top right hand side, you can see I have remaining £19,450 to top up for this tax year. So that's the top up done. So that's all done. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be purchasing Tesla, MicroStrategy and Nvidia. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going into Tesla, and then I'm going to be buying £400 worth of Tesla. So I'm getting 1.94 shares, 1.9429 shares for £400. Previously, I used to buy £350 worth of Tesla, and last time I got 2 shares, but today I'm getting 1.7 shares for £350. The reason is like Tesla appreciated more than 20% yesterday, so I'm getting less shares for my money. But again, I'm not going to try and time the market. I'm going to be buying regularly, a regular amount every day, and I'm going to try and get to my target of 500 shares in Tesla. So today I'm going to be buying £400 worth of Tesla. So I'm going to review the order. Because we have extended hours market trading, it's going to put the order through. So I'm going to confirm the buy. Sending the order through. Okay, so the Tesla extended hours order buy has now been completed. So that's been done. I have 1.9546 shares. The price per share that I bought it at is $263.51. The conversion rate is 1.28 to £1, and the FX fee is £1.55. And there's no commission. So again, the FX fee is a bit annoying, but there's nothing you can do about it because we have to convert it to US dollars before we can buy it. So I'm going to do some research today to see how I can minimize these little sneaky fees, to see where the best value for money is, because these little fees can add up over a period of time. So for now, I'm just going to keep on buying. So that's done. So the Tesla trade has been done. So let's have a look at what's been happening to Tesla. So Tesla is trading at $262.58 right as of now. Today is down 3.51%, so people are taking profit. So last 7 days it's down 4.7%. Last month up 12.88. At its minimum it was around $218. So I did buy a position at the lowest levels, but again, you can't get the timing right, so I'm just gonna keep on buying no matter what. If I look at the maximum, you can see that it is at a discount. For the last 5 years it's up around 500%, but at its peak it was near 1,000%. So again, there's lots of room for this to appreciate. So that's Tesla done. The next one that I'm going to be doing is MicroStrategy. So let's have a look at MicroStrategy today. So today it's down again about 3.5%. Last month is up around 20%. Last 3 months down around 12%, and maximum is up around 2200%. So again, as you can see, it is trading at a discount compared to the highs. So I'm going to keep on buying this. So I'm going to be buying £100 worth of MicroStrategy, which gives me approximately 0.4491 shares in MicroStrategy. So I'm going to keep on stacking this as much as possible. My ultimate target is to get to 200 shares in MicroStrategy before the price runs away. So I'm going to review the order, put the order through quickly. Hopefully it's going to go through extended hours trading. Okay, so let's just confirm this MicroStrategy extended hours order buy complete. So that's done. So I've got 0.4461 shares in MicroStrategy, FX fee of 39. Again, very annoying. I'm going to do some research to try and avoid this. So that's done. And then finally, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be buying Nvidia shares. So I'm going to be buying £50 worth of Nvidia shares. So remember, Nvidia was trading around low 90s. It's trading around 110 today. It is down around 3.5% today. So everybody's taking profit, but I'm going to be buying. So I'm going to be buying £51.33. So I'm going to review the order and put the order through. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so I've completed this one. Okay, so that's the first part. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be contributing to my self-invested personal pension. So I'm going to be contributing 2,900, but once I've done this contribution, I'm going to be selling an equivalent amount from my general investment account to kind of like, you know, offset it, because this income I haven't taken into account any taxation or anything like that. It's just a straight swap from my general investment account to my SIPP account, but I'm doing it through my current account because to transfer it from my general investment account to my SIPP account, it takes time. So if I sell it from my general investment account, it takes a couple of days for the trade to settle, then it takes another couple of days for it to settle in cash, then it takes another couple of days for me to take the general investment account to my self-investment personal pension account. And by that time, you know, I could end up with more shares or I could end up with less shares depending on the price. So that's something I really want to avoid. I don't want to like take time during these transfers. So if free trade had an option where I could sell it instantly and then transfer it to my SIP, that would be so much better. It would avoid any like, you know, any time taken to transfer the amount. Plus I have to be careful because I have a profit on this account. I can only sell around £8,000 worth of shares in my general investment account. Anything above that will trigger a capital gains tax liability, so I want to avoid doing that. So let's go into my SIP account. So I'm going to be contributing £2,900 worth. So I'm going to put £2,900 into my SIP. So as you can see, once I put £2,900 from my current account, this will trigger a £725 tax relief from the government. So that's just an added bonus that I can put it towards buying more shares. But remember, once I get into retirement, I'm going to be paying tax on any income that I draw from my self-invested personal pension. So it is kind of complicated at the moment, but hopefully you know, once I reach retirement, once the tax relief from the government is invested, I should be able to get out more than what the government has given me. So the taxation that I pay when I draw the money will hopefully be less than the tax relief that I receive from the government. Or the growth in the tax relief that I've received or obtained from the government, any growth that I've received over the years will more than offset what I take out and pay in taxes, if that makes sense. So I'm going to review this payment. I'm going to put this payment through. So I'm just going to take me to my bank account. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Just checking everything is correct. So £2,900. Okay, so hopefully that's done. Okay, so that's 2,900. So what I'm going to be doing now, so I've got £2,900 in my SIP account. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go to my general investment account and sell £2,900 worth of Tesla shares. So I'm going to be selling 2,900, which is roughly about 14.39 shares. So 38 shares. So 14.3. So 14.3 shares in Tesla I'm going to be selling. So as soon as I sell it, I'm going to go into my SIP account and buy 2,900 worth of shares. So I'm going to see if I can get 14.3 shares for that. So I'm going to review the order, and I'm going to confirm the sell. So I'll do this very quickly. Okay, so that's gone through at $263. There was a £11.35 FX fee, which is very annoying, but what can you do? So that's done, and then I'm gonna go into my SIPP account. Quickly go into the SIPP account and then go into Tesla and buy 2,900 worth. So it's giving me 14.16. So it's taken like 1.5 shares away, which is kind of disappointing. But what can you do? Obviously, I'm going to be getting tax relief from the government. So hopefully that will offset it. So I'm going to review the order. Quickly put the order through. Okay, so that's another £11 paid in FX. So, you know, a lot of FX fees are being paid at the moment, but the way I'm thinking about it, the way I'm reasoning it in my mind, and I could be totally wrong, but this is how I'm reasoning it in my mind. I'm taking money from my general investment account and transferring it to my SIPP. I'm avoiding capital gains tax on that and any tax that I may pay in the future. And then when I put it into my SIPP account, I'm getting a tax relief from the government. So I'm going to be investing that as soon as it comes into my account, and hopefully the growth that I make from that when I approach or when I reach retirement will more than offset the FX fee that I'm paying now, and it will more than offset, you know, the tax that I would have paid if had I had taken the money or sold the position at retirement from my general investment account. So it is kind of messy at the moment. I've not set this up properly. I'm trying to make amends now. It is quite complicated and, you know, messy. So my main aim is to take it out of my general investment account and put it in my ISA and my SIPP account, and avoid as much capital gains tax as possible. So I've done that. So hopefully I should come out on top. At the moment, short term, I'm probably losing a share here and there, which is very, very disappointing. But again, hopefully once the tax relief starts coming in and I start buying shares, it should more than offset what I've lost, and any growth during that period should more than offset any fees that I've paid in FX transfers. So that's the reasoning behind it. But hopefully, you know, there's some method in my madness. Basically what I'm trying to do is take money out of my general investment account, stick it in my stocks and shares ISA account and my self-invested personal pension account, with the aim of reducing my tax liability as much as possible. So I'm gonna try and recap what I've done today. The first thing that I did was I topped up my ISA account. So the 20k ISA allowance started in April. I can't remember what date. I think it was the 6th or 7th of April. So that's when the tax year starts here in the UK. And then what I did was I contributed £550 to my ISA. So as you can see, I've got remaining £19,450. So once I contributed £550 into my ISA, I invested £400 into Tesla, I invested £100 into MicroStrategy, and I invested £50 into Nvidia. So that's the first thing I did. The next thing I did was I contributed 2,900 because I received a payment from a client for 2,900. I contributed this straight away to my SIPP. So from that 2,900, I think I got about 700 and something in tax relief, which I'm going to get later in the year, later in about 6 to 8 weeks time. So I'm going to be getting that money to invest again. So that money I transferred straight from my current account into my SIPP account. Then what I did was I went to my general investment account and sold £2,900 worth of Tesla shares, which I'm going to return back to my current account because I haven't taken into account any taxation or anything like that I need to set aside before I invest that money. So this was just a attempt to move money from my general investment account through my self-invested personal pension account, but be invested in the stock market as long as possible, so not have a drag. So if I transferred it from my general investment account to my self-invested personal pension account, it would have probably taken like 3 to 4 working days. By that time, if Tesla went up to 400, I would lose out. Or if it went down to 200 again, then I would be a gainer. But there's no way of telling, so I want to be in the stock market as long as possible. But just think of it as a way of shifting money from my general investment account to my self-invested personal pension account and not losing out on any price movement, so not being at an advantage or at a disadvantage. So that's what I've done. So hopefully over time I should be able to move money from my general investment account to my self-invested personal pension account and minimize my tax liability. So hopefully that makes sense. So anyone who's new to this account, this channel is all about long-term investing. My long-term plan is to grow this portfolio to $1 million. At the moment, it's around, when I take in all my accounts into all my investment accounts, when I total it all up, I have around 100k invested, in capital growth and everything. Like the total valuation is around 100k. So my aim is to take that to 1 million. So I'm a long-term investor. I invest anything that I invest now, I invest for at least 5 years, and I try to hold it for at least 10 years. I'm going to try and hold it. So what I do is I invest every day the stock market is open. I try to invest a minimum of £300, but I'm trying to invest £500 every day. So that's my aim. My aspirational aim is to get to £1,000 per day invested in the stock market. So in my ISA, in my SIPP, just aggressively invest every day the stock market is open. So what I do is I work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I have businesses, I have freelance work, I have employment, I work from home as well. So all the income that I get, what I do is I deduct money for my expenses, my household expenses, then I deduct money from my taxation. Once I've done that, any remaining money that I have, I put it into the stock market and I do it in a tax efficient way. So I'm an aggressive investor, and then what I do is I put it into highly volatile stocks like Tesla, MicroStrategy and Nvidia. So my goal is to reach $1 million by 5 years. So that's my aim. So I'm going to be doing this for the next 5 years or until I hit $1 million. So I'm going to be investing aggressively every day, and I'm going to be investing in highly volatile stocks, and I'm going to be doing it in a highly tax efficient way. So those are the 3 cornerstones of my strategy. Invest aggressively every day, try and take it up to £1,000 a day every day the market is open. Invest in highly volatile stocks which have very high growth potential like Tesla, MicroStrategy and Nvidia, and do it in such a tax efficient way where I'm paying a minimum amount of tax. So I'm doing it through my SIPP and my ISA. And so that's the setup. So feel free to join me on my journey. I have around 1,000, just over 1,000 subscribers at the moment. I'm trying to take this up to 2,000 by the end of the year. So join me on my journey, you know, tag along, join me, see if you can do this as well. Start with £1, start contributing £1 to your pension, £1 to your ISA, and just, you know, find ways to increase your income. And there's no rule that says you have to invest once a month. You can do it every day if you want to, and you know, really take your finance, really take control of your finance by maximizing your ISA, maximizing your SIPP contribution. And you don't have to invest in highly volatile stocks. You can invest in boring stocks as well, but I'm doing highly volatile because I want to reach my goal of 1 million as soon as I can. So that's it for today. Join me tomorrow when I will be investing another £500 into the stock market. So have a great day, and I will post another video for you tomorrow.